Welcome to the Pastor Study here on Smooth 88.1 WHOV, iHeartRadio, right here, Facebook Live. I just want to start by saying, Delegate Marcia Price, first of all, congratulations. This is your first show back since you've been with us. So congratulations.
Thank you.
You got reelected. We're very happy for you, and congratulations on that. But we are thankful that you're back because there's been some people, I ain't gonna name no names, Commonwealth attorney, been acting a fool since you've been gone over the last week. So we hope, Marcia, that you will be able to calm him down a little bit and get him back to a level that we all come to know and love. But how you been, Delegate?
I'm good. We'll see though, because if he was telling some truth, I'm not sure I could stop him. So, but I'll work on it. It's so good to be back though.
Yeah, you missed the good conversations. We were talking about double standards of pastors and Bishop Ray, you know, we both agreed, and Pastor Law, you know, we don't know where he stands, but we both agree that there's some double standards. But we got Pastor Law, Commonwealth Attorney Anton Bell, Court TV, Soul Street, a number of other things that he's doing in the community. What's up, man? How you doing today, sir?
Doing good. All I'm saying is this, Sia, I try to just tell the truth in love, but you know, they were all in their feelings because we were talking about pastors. And so that's why I think they took it the way they took it. But nonetheless, I try to give the truth, and I try to give the truth from a raw perspective. That's all I'm going to say.
And raw is what it was. And we had a lot of positive comments too, I will say that, over the last few weeks, Pastor Law, in your favor. You even had my wife talking about she loved you. I had to have a talk with her about that. You'll be talking about Bishop Ray, what's going on, man? How you doing?
It's always good to be on the show. I couldn't believe it. When I saw Lady Swan comment, I said, Lord have mercy, somebody done let the cats and the dogs out. Chickens done left the coop. Oh my Lord. Normally she ride with us, but she was with Pastor Law. It's good to see everybody back. See, we need you to check your boy today to make sure that we can all stay in lockstep today. Okay? My God.
Yeah. Nah, nothing but love for Pastor Law, because he was giving her facts. And he was, Marcia, telling the truth, even though the truth, you know, hurt a little bit for us pastors, but he did tell the truth. So look, we're in Thanksgiving week, y'all. And listen, we gotta have a serious show today. All right, a real serious conversation today, y'all. We know Thanksgiving is in a couple of days. Some of y'all might be traveling as you're listening to the show or watching the show today. We hope that you spend some quality time with your family this week. But Thanksgiving Day ain't for the novices. And Thanksgiving Day is for those who know how to straight up burn and know how to cook. So I got a couple of questions that I want y'all, if you're listening, put your answer in the chat. We're gonna check it out, make sure that we hear. And this is the first question that we gotta ask. It's probably the most important question that we gotta ask Bishop Ray. Is cranberry sauce good or is it nasty? All right, we need you to put that in the chat. Is it good or is it nasty? Now I'm gonna start with Commonwealth Attorney Pastor Law, because he's a self-proclaimed chef. You know, he, among other things that he does, a jack of all trades. But you know, he feels like he's bootleg Food Network. So go ahead, you tell us, Pastor Law, is cranberry sauce good or not?
See, you know what? That right there, y'all. See, it's that right there. You see how you did me? You see how you did me, right? It's that right there. That's why I come raw. Because if I come any other kind of way, they're gonna punk me. And I ain't gonna let them punk me. So that's why I gotta give them what I give them. But I digress. All right. So I used to think cranberry sauce was nasty until I discovered a recipe by the Neelys. Y'all remember the Neelys used to be on the Food Network? And they got this recipe for cranberry that has other stuff in there other than cranberry. Like it got pineapples in it. They got an orange in it. You know, it got a variety of stuff in there. But when I tell you that recipe is off the chain, and even a novice cook could do this. And it's extremely good. And like I said, I didn't like cranberry sauce. But after I discovered that one, I say this, it depends on who is cooking it and what they cook.
All right, Bishop. I need you to settle this. So we got 1-4 cranberry sauce is good.
Yes.
We need you to put it in the chat. We're talking about Thanksgiving traditions, celebrations. This is a serious conversation today. We ain't playing no games. Bishop, what do you say? Is cranberry sauce good or is it nasty?
I'm going to be the authority on all things Thanksgiving because I was born on the 24th, either the day of Thanksgiving, the day before Thanksgiving, or the day after Thanksgiving. And I am a food connoisseur. And I don't care what you put in cranberry sauce. I don't care who makes the recipe. I don't care where the recipe comes from. I don't care if they're a 5-star, 10-star chef. Cranberry sauce, everybody knows, on every Thanksgiving Day table, the cranberry sauce bowl stays full because don't nobody mess with it.
Not on my table.
Nasty.
Not on my table.
It's just nasty, Pastor Law. It's nasty.
Not on my table.
It's nasty.
All right,
I'm
so
trying
look,
to tell you. Now
we got 1-4 cranberry sauce. We got 1 against. We need you to drop it in the chat. We're gonna keep score. So, Delegate Price, Marcia, which side of the fence are you on? Are you for or against cranberry sauce?
So here's my thing. If you are buying cranberry sauce in a can and all you did was open the can, keep it in its gelatin form, and then put it on a dish, what other canned food do you just open and just serve it? You don't do nothing else to it. So it depends on if that's been your only experience, Pastor, then I can understand why you were doing such a malicious job of just tearing apart such a wonderful tradition. Now, when you put love into it, like what my brother has said today, it is so good. And also, I'm sure we're gonna talk about something else, but some of these dishes need a little sweetness, just a little sweetness, and it provides that without having adding sugar to your dishes.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
I said it.
Okay, so so far it's 2-1 for cranberry sauce.
No. She said if you got to add something to the cranberry sauce, so really we should get a half a point on that because her response.
Then let me clarify. It's good. Let me clarify for you. Since you want to play games, it's good. 2-1.
All right, so Bishop, I got to say I'm with you, man. I think cranberry sauce is 100% nasty. Ain't no doubt about it.
No doubt.
On our Thanksgiving table, it don't even come down my side of the table. You
Not
just
even
keep it down on the other end. And let me tell you something. It don't matter who make it. My mama make it, and I still tell her, "Ma, you
not gonna be able to do it."
I don't want no cranberry sauce. Now my dad eats. My dad he keep it right beside his plate for Thanksgiving. And I say to my dad, "You can have it because cranberry." First of all, what is even in cranberry? Can somebody tell me?
Let's talk about that. What's in it?
Pastor Law, what is in cranberry sauce?
I know y'all not about to do this. What is in half of the stuff that we eat on that?
Right, exactly.
I need to know. What is in it?
Well, the main 2 components are cranberries and sugar. That's it. That's the main components. But like I said, I add some orange, one orange, mandarin orange. I add some fresh pineapples in mine. Some different spices I put in there, and there you go.
We need to have a sample.
See, that's a fruit tray. They ain't cranberries.
That ain't a fruit tray. Is actually it is cranberry because here's the thing. When the it's literally you're gonna have water and then you're gonna put sugar in it. The sugar's gonna dissolve, and then you add your cranberries, and the cranberries are gonna pop. As the cranberries are popping, and when they finish popping, then you can add the other ingredients to that, and it's going to actually turn into like a jam. It's going to turn into a jam because it's going to reduce. It's going to turn into a jam.
These fools have only drank cranberry juice cocktail. Why are we even trying it?
I know.
They don't even drink cranberry juice. They do the cocktail. They do the cocktail. Why are we trying it?
Pastor Law just described was a fruit medley. That's what he
Fruit medley.
described.
That's
The
what that
fruit
is. That's
medley.
No, he
You got a fruit
describes
cup. You know when you in school, you get the little
cranberry
fruit
juice
cup, you got
done
little
right.
apple
I mean cranberry
pear.
I
sauce.
tell you this. I tell you this. If somebody tells me, put it in the chat, say you want the recipe, I'll give it to you. I guarantee if they do it and they put it on that table, people gonna kill it.
That ain't cranberry sauce, what you described.
It is cranberry sauce. It is.
Bishop Ray, what do you
It
say
ain't the
about it? That
can.
sounds like a fruit medley. That
I'm
sounds
trying
like
to
the
tell
little
you,
cup
it's the-
you get in school.
I'm trying
With the
to
little
Cranberry
apples and
sauce.
pears and
With
grapes.
the juice in it. With the juice in that cup at school, when that juice been sitting there for a while and you open it, and it just
Mhm.
splashed
And
all over the
And
place.
you probably had
That's
the
what he
syrup.
described as
You probably had the syrup ones too.
Right. So let me ask him this question, Sia. Let me ask him this question. Ray, can you cook?
I can cook.
What
On
can you
Saturday.
cook?
What?
What
Cook
can you
what?
cook?
I cook on Saturday after the day after Thanksgiving.
Okay, see. Kevin,
You
can you
heat up
cook?
leftovers?
No.
Okay, so we talking to two non-cooks. So right now, y'all
I
can't
can
even
cook.
talk.
Though. I cook. I cook.
Good look. In my house, I make the turkey, the ham, with a glaze, a pineapple glaze on it. I do it all. The stuffing, the cornbread stuffing, I do all that stuff. The mac and cheese, killer mac and cheese with a little Asiago cheese in it. I got flavor with my
Oh,
stuff.
you fancy.
Oh,
You
I'm fancy with my stuff. I'm real deal. Collard greens with the smoked turkey meat. Oh, I'm real deal. So
Look here, man. We know you got aspirations after court to go.
I'm just saying, I can
Like,
cook.
we ain't talking about that right now.
I'm
We're
making
talking
sweet potato.
about
I
this
tell you
fruit
what,
medley that you done
I can make a sweet potato
called
pie that will
cranberry
make you
sauce.
smack whomever you love.
So what
you
I
love.
am hearing as well is that you need to
Whoever
drop that
you
link
love.
for us to order. I
Right.
need to be ordering from some of this.
Whomever you love, I sell my sweet potato pies. They that good.
I would like
Straight
one.
up.
I would
As long
like
as
one.
we ain't got no
nother
cranberry
conversation,
sauce
Pastor
on.
Law. We ain't talking about sweet potato pie right now.
I'm
We
just
talking
telling you.
about
I'm
cranberry.
just telling you when you
Anti-Ray,
talk about
you threw that
cranberry
whole
sauce.
table.
When you talk
Anti-red
about
the whole
thank
menu.
you. Thank you.
So,
When you
Marcia, let
talk
me
about
ask you this.
cranberry sauce, I'm saying it depends on who makes it and how they make it. It does. Everything is like that.
Yeah.
Everything.
Of course,
I-
that's the case. And I ain't found nobody that made it yet that tastes good. That's all I'm saying. And so, Marcia, let me just ask you this. When you have it at your table, Thanksgiving, who makes the cranberry sauce in your family? I ain't
My
trying
mom.
to disrespect nobody.
My
All right?
mom.
We love Mama Price. So does
Yes.
everybody eat the cranberry sauce in your family?
Without going into too much detail, not everybody can, but those of us that can do. Yes.
Do they feel obligated to eat it because she cooked it?
Don't
Okay, so
nobody
first
feel
of all,
obligated to
we
eat
don't
food.
do that in my house.
Yeah, come on, what's
we
wrong
don't
with
eat
him?
things
No,
just
good
because
and
you're sitting
well.
there.
If you don't eat Mama Price food, it's
No.
gonna be a problem out
No.
there.
Some people get
No.
offended when you don't eat the food.
No.
My mom is
no.
not stunting your plate. My mom is
Right.
not stunting your plate. My mom wants you to get what you want and enjoy your meal. Y'all know her better than that. She not sitting over nobody.
She
She
is
don't
not.
care.
She
And
is
if
not.
there was any cranberry sauce left, she gonna use it for the leftovers. So she good. She not worried about your plate.
And you telling me that at the end of Thanksgiving meal, the cranberry sauce is empty. That's what you telling me.
No, I'm not. No. I'm not saying empty. It usually will last. What she makes usually will last the entire turkey. So while the turkey, we're still eating on it because we don't have a large family that gathers. So while we're still eating on it for the rest of the next couple of days, yes, there's some left. But no, it's not like one spoonful was taken and then it's just a random dish sitting there.
Right.
We use it with the turkey.
So, Ton, I know you make the cranberry sauce / fruit medley in your family. So does Dawn eat it? Does AJ eat it? Do you force them to eat it because you done cooked it? What you doing up in there?
Well, first of all, let me just say this. I don't have to force anybody to eat any of my food because when it's cooked, trust me, it's going to be eaten. The second thing is this. I don't sit around and find out who likes this, who likes that, or whatever. All I know is I am told this is what I want on the menu. And cranberry sauce is one of them things I am told make sure it's on the menu, particularly by my mom. And my mom can burn. And my mom is like, you got to make the cranberry sauce. That's all I'm saying.
Bishop Ray, is there cranberry sauce on your table for Thanksgiving?
Sure, there's cranberry sauce on the table, but I would say it's about 50-50. And Mama Johnson is known for her yams. She is known for her sweet potato souffle. I mean, she can burn, she can get it all the way done. But that cranberry sauce, now I'll say this, now my sister and at least 2 or 3 of my daughters, they'll go for it. But and Dad will put, to your point, Dad will put a little bit on his plate because she made it. But now when you get ready to clean that plate up, Mama, don't watch this show. Don't watch this show. Don't watch this show. That cranberry sauce is gonna be there on the side. I'm just saying.
I hope she see it. I hope she
I
see it.
hope
I
she
hope
see
she
it
comment.
too.
I want her to comment right now.
Right.
How
hope she see
disappointed
it.
she
But see,
is.
y'all wrong because
We're
y'all
gonna,
just
we're gonna
said
block my
ain't
wife
no
and
pressure
children
in
so they
your
can't
house
sit
to
in the
eat.
door.
No. What I'm saying, there's no pressure in my house. I just want to see Ray's mom roast him on the comment section. That's all I'm here for.
That right there. That
If
right
y'all are
there.
just tuning in, we know this is Thanksgiving week. We having this is serious conversation. Now, 'cause you know, Thursday you can't be playing no games. You got to be whoever know how to cook. Got to be in the kitchen on Thursday.
That's
And
right.
so the question is, right now, is cranberry sauce good or is it nasty? And right now, the score is 2 that is good. That's Pastor Law and Marcia. And then it's 45 for Bishop Ray and I that is not good.
Wait,
You know,
what?
And
I
that's
got
why
an
we
item
talk.
that's
That's why we talk
nasty.
about
The
that.
show is over.
Right.
Show's
I
over.
got an item that's nasty that I don't know if it's on people's Thanksgiving table, but it's nasty to me. And people might put it up there. Maybe if you're Southern, you might do it. But coleslaw. I hate
Ugh.
coleslaw. It's
Oh no, I can't
nasty.
mess with you on that. No,
I
no.
can't eat
I gotta
coleslaw
have
on
coleslaw.
no day of the week.
If
All
I
right,
got
Pastor
fish,
Law, you
we got
tripping now.
parlays right there. If we got some fish, I gotta have coleslaw with
No,
my
I can't eat it. Can't eat
If
it.
I'm having a barbecue sandwich, it's got to be
Can't
right
eat
on
it.
top with the
Oh,
hot sauce.
I'm
With
a-
the hot sauce.
No, I'm gonna throw it
Yes.
up. I'm gonna
Say
throw it
that.
up. Just the smell
Say
of it. The
that.
smell of it. I'm gonna throw it up.
Well,
coleslaw.
Can't do it. Coleslaw.
it's so good.
yeah, I'm with you, Pastor Law. I can't do it, man. I can't do that either. So,
Man, y'all, no.
let me get to the next question. So what role does turkey have? Is turkey mandatory? Is what I'm asking.
Yeah.
For a Thanksgiving meal. Like, do you
Absolutely.
feel like you ain't a pilgrim or something if you don't have turkey on the table? All right.
It's not.
I don't want to be a
Thanksgiving.
colonizer.
So I'm gonna start with Delegate Price. Do you have to have turkey on Thanksgiving for the day to be what it is?
For me, no. But for my family, yes. And
Right.
I just want to clarify also for those that are like super woke about it. I don't think any of this talk condones the misteachings of the event or the
Right.
fact that, you know, like because we often have to say the implied explicitly because of radio. I just want to put out there, ain't nobody saying that the pilgrims are right, that we're celebrating the pilgrims. We're just trying to have good fun with our family, and we deserve it after all of this pandemic to have some fun. So if y'all got them kind of comments, please know our hearts and know where we coming from. But no, I could go all of my days without turkey.
Really?
Absolutely all of them. It is
Wow.
it
Me
is a
too.
brown napkin if for all I care. And that's why I like
Really?
cranberry sauce, because the turkey needs it. And don't tell me that it's this type of turkey. No, people that love turkey love my dad's turkey. So let's be very clear. I have never had turkey that I like from anybody.
Really?
All right. So Pastor Law, we're gonna come to you now. What's your take on the turkeys, man?
Okay, so I don't like baked turkey. I like either a smoked turkey or a fried turkey. And then since I can't do either one of those, one of my brothers or brother-in-laws will always smoke it or fry it if it's a whole turkey. But if like they don't come over for Thanksgiving and it's just me cooking turkey, then I would do turkey wings. And I do a turkey wing that is like killer. I'm talking about it's killer. And so I don't want the breast meat. I don't want the thigh. I just want the turkey wing. So I do turkey wings, and I roast turkey wings. And I'm saved, y'all. I love Jesus, but I make a drunk turkey wings. I make drunk turkey wings. So I take a bottle of white wine and I will just marinate in there for like 2 days and just let it get all drunk. And then I'll cook that baby in that white wine and it's off the chain.
Somebody praying for you right now.
Somebody praying for me. The alcohol dissolves, y'all. For the ultra saved people, the alcohol dissolves. Okay.
So if it dissolves, what you putting it in there for in the first place?
I'm gonna grant you absolution. I'm gonna grant you absolution today.
It's now all coming out. See, you know, when he first got on the show 2 years ago.
That's what's been on him the last 3 weeks.
Listen, when he first got here, Bishop, he was only talking about the law. Now he's talking about pimps and hoes in the pulpit. He's talking about he got drunk turkeys.
Sia, can I just say this, Sia? Can I say this to you, sister? Because you weren't here when all this was going down and everything.
Okay.
But can I say this to you? Don't you find it ironic that the two pastors who had up the purple veil and they would turn off their camera when I was calling out the pimps and the hoes that are in the pulpit at times. Not all of them, but some of them are. And see, he turned his camera off again. See, when I was calling them out, they had their purple veil up and they ain't had nothing to say. Now I'm talking about cooking with wine and cooking with alcohol, and all of a sudden I'm demon. I'm demonic and all that good stuff. They can't call out the pastor that's touching the 15-year-old, and they don't need to be touching that 15-year-old.
All I'm saying is the way y'all come for politicians, be able to take it when we come for y'all.
We're going to come for you now. We're going to come for you because we used to people coming for us. So we're going to come for you.
See, this is the problem, y'all. Y'all thinking in the past. That was last week's show. We moving forward. We thinking ahead. Y'all always stuck in the past. That's the problem with y'all.
Hey, I'm confused. I'm confused,
oh
Cap. I'm confused.
Well,
how you gonna come for me?
You had drunk turkeys.
But how you gonna come for me? Because I marinate my meat in wine. However, you got old boy over here turning his camera off because I'm just bringing up that.
So I think
was up last week, the last 2 weeks, the 3 weeks.
Guys, I think that to bring us all together, we just need to schedule a taste test. And Anton, you can head it up and then just show them like what drunk turkey tastes like. Because now I want to know.
It's good. It's good.
Now, Bishop, what's your take? Are turkeys mandatory for Thanksgiving?
Got to have it. Turkey, I need it smoked. I want it baked. I want it fried. I want it sauteed. Got to have turkey, and I'm a dark meat person, so once I prefer to have it fried. I hope my cousin Stacy is watching because I ain't heard from him yet on the turkey this year. So I want it fried and I want it baked this year. But it's necessary. I got to have it every Thanksgiving. Got to go there.
Yeah, I'm leaning toward Marcia on this one. I mean, I can have it, but give me a slice of ham. Give me some glazed ham. That macaroni and cheese and them string beans and greens and some homemade rolls, and I'm good. See, y'all can have the turkey. I'll eat it if it's up there. But if I got a choice between ham and turkey, no, I'm going ham. I'm definitely going ham.
Or even
Pastor Law, what you say on that, Pastor Law? Ham or turkey?
Actually, I got to have both because to me, we always had both. Yeah. And so I grew up that way. Yeah. We always had both. Now for Christmas, I could just do the Christmas ham, or Easter, the Easter ham. Yeah. But for Thanksgiving, we always had both. So I gotta have both.
Yeah. All right, if y'all just tuning in, we need you to drop in the chat. We having some serious conversation today about Thanksgiving tradition, right? And so the first question we need y'all to answer is cranberry sauce good or is it nasty? And right now, the overwhelming majority say it's nasty.
No, we didn't.
Sir, mathematically speaking, you are incorrect.
Yes. Yes, tripping. He's tripping, y'all.
And the second question that we want y'all to answer in the chat is turkey necessary? Is it mandatory for Thanksgiving? And I think right now we're split evenly on that one too. We're split on the first one with cranberry sauce. We're split on the turkey as well. So let me throw another question out, and that is, all right, what is essential for Thanksgiving? What is an essential food item? Don't get to desserts. We're gonna talk about that later. But the main course you gotta have on Thanksgiving to make it what it is. Bishop Ray, I'm gonna come with you.
So I'm gonna start out with one that I think everyone perhaps may agree with, but you gotta have collards. You've gotta have potato salad, and you gotta be careful with who makes the potato salad, okay? Because not everybody can make potato salad. You gotta have that. You gotta have black-eyed peas. Okay, I know that's a New Year's Day dish. I know it is, but you need to have that in there.
Ain't never.
Never.
You gotta have
Never.
that in there.
Never.
Put that in there. All right, now, then you gotta have sweet potatoes. Gotta have sweet potatoes, what we call yams. Gotta put that in there. Collards, turkey, and ham. And then I have an extra side dish of making sure that somebody is gonna give me some smoked ribs. I gotta have some smoked ribs in there too, to add that along with it. And then you say we can't go to desserts, so I'm gonna go to my next one that I'm gonna have in there along with the turkey and the ham and the ribs. Now, don't y'all turn your camera off on me if you are a Southern Virginian personality, okay? Now, this normally is on New Year's Day, but today, Thanksgiving, I still eat. Am I gonna say it on camera? I think I am. Chitlins. That's what I do on Thanksgiving.
Oh, Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, I still do.
So you eat 4 meats on Thanksgiving. You eat turkey, ham, ribs, and chitlins
On Thanksgiving.
Oh
Because
my
it's my
God.
birthday week. And look here, I got a pill to take care of all of them.
I know you be knocked out. I know you be knocked out after dinner.
Comatose sleep.
Who's
Comatose.
cooking all this, man? Who's cooking all this?
Listen, I got my mother, and then I have my wife's mother, and then at the time I had both grandmothers alive, and each one of them specialized on a meat just for me because my birthday is either on Thanksgiving, a day after, or a day before. So I get lots of love. I'm good.
That's a whole lot there, man.
Yeah.
No, I do a lot of meats too, so I get that.
Okay.
I get that.
All right. So Tara, coming to you. What is absolutely mandatory? Don't count dessert. We're gonna come to that later. But the main dish you gotta have on the table for Thanksgiving dinner.
I gotta have turkey. I gotta have the ham. I gotta have pulled pork barbecue, North Carolina style. Typically, there's another meat. Like this year, it's going to be prime rib, but in the past, it's been oxtails. I gotta have collard greens, green beans. Gotta have mac and cheese. Gotta have cornbread stuffing. Gotta have a seafood pasta salad, which is with crab meat, shrimp, and salmon. Gotta have that. And let me see. And then the homemade rolls.
Now, you making all of that, or you calling in favors too?
No, I make it.
You make all of that.
Wow.
I make it.
So how long does it take you? When do you start cooking?
I'm starting
get ready?
this. I start on Saturday.
You start on
I
Saturday.
prep because I prep. Because if you prep, anybody who cooks will tell you, if you prep, that makes the day of so smooth because you prep days before. And so some of the things you can make beforehand, like, oh, I forgot the sweet potatoes too. So I do a sweet potato souffle because I'm a texture eater. So I don't do the candy yams the way that normally people do, like chop them up. Whatever. I make it more of a souffle. And then I like having mashed potatoes, but I don't have to have it. But I like having garlic mashed potatoes. But I prep beforehand all the things that can be cooked beforehand. I'll cook it and then warm it up. And then the things that got to be cooked the day of, like your ham got to be cooked the day of, your prime rib got to be cooked the day of, your rolls got to be fresh. Your mac and cheese got to be fresh. So all of those things got to be the day of.
Now, does Dawn help you at all, or you in there by yourself? You don't want nobody in the
She
kitchen?
preps. Well, my mom normally does, but because of COVID the last year or so, she has not been able to help me. Now, she's going to do my collard greens for me. And my mom collard greens are killer. So she's going to do my collard greens for me. But the rest of it, I just prep and I do. And like I got like crazy recipes with different stuff. But you know what? It really is not that hard. The prep work is the hard part because I got a double oven. So I can cook like a bazillion things at one time in my oven. So the prep part is the hard part. So Dawn helps me with the prep, and she is, I call her my sous chef. She prep everything and she cleans up after I'm done, which is huge. That's huge. Shout out to my baby. She got my back in the kitchen. That is huge because here's the thing, I cook enough where there's gonna be leftovers for like days at a time, or you can put some stuff in the freezer. So I do that, and so as a result of that, she'll bag everything up, and you know, she does all of that. And freeze stuff. I mean, she does it all. So yeah, I'm good.
I feel a quickening coming on right now. I know
sir.
where I'm gonna be at on Friday.
Yes, sir. We're gonna have to make
You can come too.
visit and bless
You
some
gonna eat
houses.
well.
Hey, Bishop, we got to go pray for some houses over the weekend.
I feel the Lord. I feel the Lord. I feel the Lord.
Very
Yes,
well.
So listen, if you're just tuning in, you need to put in the chat. We need to hear from you. Number one, is cranberry sauce good or is it nasty? Number two, is turkey mandatory for Thanksgiving dinner? Number three, what else has to be on your table for Thanksgiving dinner? That's where we are right now. And Delegate Price, we're coming to you. What do you have to have non-negotiable? It's got to be on the table for me for Thanksgiving dinner.
So this is gonna be an unpopular opinion, but I don't care. The food is not why I'm there. We could have Indian food, we could have Italian, we could have Moroccan. I'm good. Like, I don't have anything that like, oh, I have to have this, that, or whatever until this next section that we about to get to. Now that's when I have some feelings.
All right. Well, I'll tell you, for me, as I said earlier, I got to have some ham. I got to have my mom's macaroni and cheese. Matter of fact, she put one on the table for everybody, and then she slid me a separate dish on the side that I can take home.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's in the contract. And,
Yes,
and now
sir.
I'm gonna tell you what my struggle is now, y'all. See, my son likes the macaroni and cheese just as much as I do. So he dipping into my stash, right? And my mom won't make a separate dish for him. Now she's saying we gotta share the dish that she makes for both of us. So I got to get home first for Thanksgiving, and I gotta hide the macaroni so he don't know where it is, so I can have a little bit more.
I don't know that that's the spirit of the holiday, but I'm gonna let you have it.
It is what it is.
Hey,
it is what it is.
I love my son, but I'm gonna give him, one for you, one for me, two for you, 1, 2 for me. Now we do, right? So ham, macaroni and cheese. Gotta have some homemade rolls. Gotta have that. Gotta have greens and string beans. Gotta have that. And then the rest of the stuff, I'm good. Nobody here said stuffing, by the way. So it's stuffing.
I said stuffing, cornbread stuffing. Yeah,
Is
cornbread
that on your
stuffing.
list?
Oh, it's on my list, and
stuffing.
I put sausage and bacon in my cornbread stuffing.
Woo.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Doc. Yes, sir.
I might have to get some of that, Tom.
I don't
Yes,
play, y'all.
sir.
When I say I don't play, I don't play. I don't play. I'm real deal.
So, Bishop, what you say about that? You stuffing on your table?
Yeah, I gotta have some stuffing on the table, and then I'm gonna have, I'm gonna look for that dark gravy to go along with it, and then slide my dark meat right on in there with the stuffing, and I'm gonna hit all that in the spoon all at one time. I'm not one of them people where you're gonna split it up. No, I'm gonna go from the gravy to the stuffing to the mashed potatoes to the turkey, and I'm gonna hit all that in one hit.
Good
Bam.
eating.
Good gracious alive.
Good eating.
God,
Good eating.
I feel a quickening right now.
I see you
My
do.
God.
That's a whole lot at one time to go on that one forkful, boy. But I'm gonna let you do it. So, Marcia stuffing, is that on your list?
It is on the family's list. It is never on my list.
Never on your list.
It's like
You're not going to.
I know I told y'all before, but I have a lot of food allergies, and so some of this stuff I have never been able to enjoy. So I don't have to have it.
So have any of you ever done a non-traditional Thanksgiving dinner meal, like no turkey, not like a lasagna or just seafood or something completely non-related to the traditions?
Yep.
Don, you've never done it. Bishop Ray, have you done it? No. Marcia, you have done it. What did you have?
Duck, salmon, Chinese food, whatever we felt like. It was a hard year. My grandmother actually passed on Thanksgiving morning a couple of years back. And so it was just the freedom to, like, I was not about to have my mom in there, you know, it was her mom that passed. I was not about to have her in there, you know, cooking while people are, you know, trying to come through and everything. So we would just gave ourselves permission to free up from the traditions. And we had, you know, whatever could be delivered that day, you know, or whatever we could go get. And it honestly, you couldn't tell a difference because, like I said, I come for the family, for the games, for the conversation, for the atmosphere, all of that. So whatever the food is, that wasn't the nature of the holiday. So we did that, and then that kind of gave us permission in a couple of years since then that we've kind of played with some different things.
Gotcha. Now, has anybody ever had Thanksgiving in a restaurant? No. Would you ever consider taking your family to a restaurant for Thanksgiving as opposed to, because a lot of families will say, look, I don't want to cook. I don't want to have to deal with being in the kitchen all day. We ain't got to wash no dishes. We ain't got to do none of that. We just go eat, have some fun, and go home. Pastor Law, you shaking your head violently. What's the deal with that?
Because for me, part of the tradition of Thanksgiving, for at least my family, is being in the kitchen and cooking. And so there's a lot of bonding that goes on in the kitchen. And so that's why it's so much food, because we're in there and we're laughing. And I mean, I remember that even as a little boy, watching my aunties and my mom and my grandma in the kitchen laughing and enjoying Thanksgiving. We're outside playing and, you know, playing football or whatever, and come in and eating. It was just big family. So for me, Thanksgiving is just, like Marcia said, it's just family. And so everybody has their different traditions. For us is we kind of come around the food. So the food is the center of it. And so the cooking and the baking and all that goes along with it is just fun. And then when it's all said and done, we playing some spades and somebody's gonna get their feelings hurt. So we doing all that. So it's no, you can't do that in a restaurant. So, and we loud too. We some loud, the bells, we're loud, as you can tell. We never
noticed that. We never noticed that about you.
Whatever. We're loud when we're happy. We're loud when we're mad. We're loud when we're sad. We're just loud people. We're loud. My wife she had to get used to that because she's like, "Heck, you're loud," and I'm like, my whole family's loud. We're over the top personalities too. All of us over the top personalities. We just love life. And we enjoy it to the fullest.
Good. Marcia, how about you? I mean, you have a brother, he's out of town. He doesn't live in this area, right? Could you ever imagine having Thanksgiving in a restaurant somewhere, not necessarily home-cooked meal, but you still with your family, you're still having a good time, but it's not at home?
I mean, no, I think for the same reason. So when I was growing up, we used to have about 30, 35 people at the house. You know, lots of folks have since gone on. But I mean, imagining what I have gotten used to over the years, yeah, it's like the games, it's the you got 5 different things going on depending upon what room you're in, and just the volume. Like my dad's siblings and I, and we definitely let you know how we're feeling with our emotions and our tones. And I just don't know that it's always interpreted in the right way. Like, you know, I don't want to be the loud family in public. So we just stay inside. We just, you know, keep it behind closed doors.
All right, Bishop, what about you, man? Can you ever see a scenario Well, I guess not, because you can't eat chitlins in the restaurant. I don't know if you can.
Sure can. That's nasty. Nasty.
So,
Oh,
Nasty.
do you ever see a scenario where you could eat Thanksgiving in a restaurant?
Absolutely not. I've got two. Listen, my mother's sister, she's got what, 12? It's 13 of them total. So she's 9 and 3. And so, you know, and when they all come in, and then their children, my cousins, and then my father, 3 sisters, and when they all come in, 6 of them. And so when you put all that together, you can't take that to a restaurant, and you talk about loud, and you talk about competitions, and you talk about spades games, and then you got different quadrant groups within the family. And so, you know, growing up, we would have, just like you, Tom, you got the neighborhood game. Come on, Kev, you know, you got the turkey bowl right out there in Macon. And so, in that sort of thing, but we would have stations of different activities that would be happening and taking place. And so you can't put that inside of a restaurant. And so growing up, I always wanted to sit at the adult table with the big turkey, with my uncles and my dad. And I can remember being 10 and trying to sneak my way over to the big table. And they would just be like really to pop my hands. But my grandmother would come in and save the day for me, and she cut that big leg off, put it on my plate, and say, all right, now you're going back over there. So now I got this big turkey leg on my plate. And so when I'm sitting at the kids' table, and all the rest of the kids like, dang, where you get that big leg from? How you get that? And so those are kind of like traditions. So now we're passing that on to the next generation with my cousins and I, with our children. And so they have the same issues. Like even now, my wife and I, we're hosting this year. So we've got several tables that we're going to have in the house, and, you know, the main table for everybody. And so, you know, I've got, let's see, the big girl is coming in from New York, the other one coming in from Longwood, and there is already an argument with, I'm sitting at the big table with dad, and it's turning into, you are third born, I'm firstborn, I'm at the big table. And then my wife's children, no, I'm the boy here, I'm sitting at the big table. So those traditions are being passed on. And so that's what Thanksgiving is really about, being able to bond together with family in such a way where the cords and the strands are not broken. So you pass on the traditions so that people have the opportunity to remember who you are long when you're gone on. And I think that's the most important thing about it. So you just can't take that, the richness of that, you can't put that in a restaurant somewhere. That's got to be a big mama house or mama in them house.
That's right.
Or
That's
uncle
right.
in them house. That's just where that's got to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I agree. I do understand though that every family has a different dynamic, right? So, but you know, my wife's family, her side, my side, we all come together usually at our house, and yeah, it's nothing like being at home, eating some good home cooked food, being loud, like you said, telling jokes and stories, and just really having that time. And I think y'all can appreciate what I'm about to say, because all of us are public figures, that you know that whenever you got some private time, you ain't got to worry about being seen. You know, for us, when you go in a restaurant, you know, somebody gonna know who you are. Somebody gonna want to talk. Sometimes, respectfully, you don't want all that. You just want to be you and be around your family and have a good time and not have to worry about the public. So yeah, for us, definitely is that. Well, look, I gotta ask an obligatory question, because somebody, Bishop Ray, gonna be asking, well, y'all the pastors today, y'all ain't said nothing about church today on the show so far. So let me just throw this question out here before we get to the last most important question. And that is Thanksgiving Day, do y'all do a Thanksgiving Day service, Bishop Ray?
Yeah, we've done it before, but really, I try to do my very best to let our team and our people off that weekend, because we feed every weekend. And so normally I try to make sure that they are able to go home, be with their families. And unless, you know, Pastor Swan, I'm just be honest, unless I feel like really the Lord is leading me to have a service or something, normally that Wednesday, we don't have service. And we let people go home, be with their families, and spend time together. And sometimes that Saturday following, we may not feed, just because we've been doing it every weekend. with large numbers. And so I'm really into making sure those who serve can also spend time with their families and spend time together with their loved ones.
Yeah,
We
Pastor,
may not.
Pastor Law, what's your thoughts on that Thanksgiving Day service?
I ain't going. I ain't going. You gonna turn your camera off on me, Ray? I ain't going.
All right,
I
Marcia.
ain't going because I'm cooking. I just told you, look, dude, I done laid out a buffet, and you think I got time to go to a service? Really? You got to turn it on TV. I ain't going.
Asked the question, man. I just asked the question.
Okay, I'm just saying I ain't going.
All right? Take your blood pressure pills. Man.
I ain't going.
I just asked you a question. Marcia, how about you?
Yeah, we have. We do have prior to the pandemic, we partner with another church that's located right by us, and we would alternate whose church would host it, and it'd be a full service. And then at St. Augustine's, we would also then have a neighborhood community meal for anybody that would want it. But I think even before the pandemic, I think there were some generational shifts where it was maybe the older generation that was really driving it. And so some of the younger folks, like Anton said, a lot of the home cooking is on us. You just weren't able to handle both, but we still do. And I think we'll be on Zoom this year, but we're still gonna have one.
So I respect every pastor's decision relative to a Thanksgiving service, but when I first got to Ivy, we had a couple, and then I stopped them for two reasons. One is to Bishop Ray's point. I just really believe that certain holidays should also be about family too, right? And so there's not a lot of opportunities during the year where you can really shut it down and really focus on your family. And since this is the pastor's study, the Bible does say that your family is your first ministry. So you are doing service. Even though you're not in the building, you're building up your family. And the second reason why I kind of stopped doing the Thanksgiving service is to Pastor Law's point. Most folk ain't coming. So you want me to come and you want me to be there and you ain't there. So why is that? And no, so I'm gonna be home with my family, you be home with your family. We don't do anything on Thanksgiving week. We do our Thanksgiving feeding. We did that already. So by the time we get to Thanksgiving week, everybody has a chance. And then people going out of town, they doing different things. Sometimes I don't want people to feel like now, again, everybody has their own decision about that. We respect that. But as for me and our house, we ministering at home.
Well, Pastor, there's one aspect I wanted to raise too. When you have like people that may not be they may need a chosen family because their own family may not be healthy, or all of that. So one of the aspects of it was we found that the folks that were driving it wanted to be there because being at home alone or whatever, it was triggering for different kinds of things. So I think that there should be some community aspect, even if it's not at a church, but something that people can do to come to be together, just in case being alone is not the best.
Now, what you're describing is different than a church service, right? And you're right. So that's where, if you have good relationships in your congregation and good relationships, then somebody can say, hey, why don't you come over and have Thanksgiving meal with us?
There you go.
But to have a service, right, where
worship,
we doing the same stuff that we're gonna do. Now, I mean, to me, I think the ministry opportunity would be better if you invite somebody to come to your house, break bread with you, have fun with you. That's ministry also. And I think sometimes
I think it's it can be different.
Yeah, it can
based
be
on philosophy.
So here's the last and most important question we got to ask y'all today. And then this right here. That's desserts. Okay. You can't have no Thanksgiving meal without a quality dessert to finish you off. So that by the time you finish the dessert, you can't even leave the table. You just got to sit back in your chair and just take a deep breath, and you start to nod and yawn from the table, right? While the football game on. So, Pastor Law, what kind of desserts do you have for Thanksgiving? What are your go-to desserts that you gotta have?
All right. I told y'all I cook with alcohol, so don't be judging me. And if you judge me, I don't care because I'm saying right where I sit. So I don't care. I don't care. I feel the Holy Ghost and all that. I don't care. So I make a sweet potato pie. I got to have sweet potato pies.
Jesus.
I mean, I got to have a slew. Like I will make like 9 sweet potato pies because people are like taking sweet potato pies with them. So you gotta have sweet potato pies. Pecan pie, and it's normally a bourbon pecan pie, or it is a chocolate bourbon pecan pie. I may do those as well. Yes, it's a lot of sugar. I understand, Marcia, but it is what it is.
No, that do you, boo?
It's a lot of sugar. Look, I'm your cook, not your nutritionist. So it's gonna be what it's gonna be. So okay.
Never mind, you're gonna have somebody in a diabetic coma at your table. That's all right, though. They need some insulin at your table.
It's what it is. It's what it is. All right. So I do a cognac bread pudding. I do one of those. Woo. Yeah. Get me a little Hennessy, do a little cognac bread pudding. And then I also do a carrot cake. So those are my go-to, and everything is scratched. I may go to, I guess I can't say the name of the bakery, but I do sometimes go to this bakery and get their peach cobbler because I love their peach cobbler. If I said the name, everybody would know the name of the bakery. But I go to the bakery and get their peach cobbler sometimes. But other than that, that's it.
All right. Hey, Bishop. Pastor Law got a lot of liquor in this food, don't it? I'm just mentioning that, just saying that for a free, you know what I'm saying?
Look, Bishop, until y'all call out the child molester, don't come for me. That's all I'm gonna say. Until you call out that child molester, don't come for me.
We call him out, Pastor.
Why you bringing up
nobody
stuff?
out.
I called them out. Old stuff all the time.
I called them out. Y'all ain't called nobody out. They were quiet like church mice. They were quiet.
New show.
They were calling nobody out.
Move. This is Thanksgiving.
Child molester out. No. Until you call that child molester out, don't call me out.
Bishop, what do you have to have at your Thanksgiving go-to dessert?
All of what Pastor Law said is going to be on the assortment of desserts within the Johnson household. But there are 3 mainstays that's got to be there. 2 of them are cakes. There must be a 3-layered double fudge chocolate cake. 3-layered double fudge chocolate cake. Then there must be a German chocolate cake. There must be a German chocolate cake. That's got to happen. Then closing it out, shutting it all the way down, guaranteed to put you in a diabetic coma for real, is my first off. I got to mention hers first before I say the last one. My grandmother Johnson's, my father's mother, God bless her soul, banana pudding will put you straight in the floor. And I have no problem, Pastor Swan, saying live on air today with no shame in my game at all, that one of the reasons that I married Alatash Kabibi Johnson is that girl can make a banana pudding that will make you slap 5 people, 5 generations back that you love, Anton. I'm trying to tell you right now, 5 generations back. My God in here. Her banana pudding is over. Now, I've already said to her, let me just say this now for her elder sister, my homegirl, Ayana Williams, that's watching the show right now. Don't come up in my house asking for that banana pudding because I already got one to the side that's in the man cave that y'all don't know nothing about. And if y'all try to go get that one, I got another one hidden in a different place.
No.
Already.
How y'all be hoarding food though at the family event?
It
because
is what
some
it is.
things you got to keep for yourself.
You got to-
You
Y'all
understand
can't
what
do
I'm
that
saying?
on Wednesday or Friday. Y'all be
No,
horny
we got to
from
get it on
family
the
on
tape. You
Thursday.
got to get
You
it.
got- listen, you
No.
got to understand the I was getting ready to say something.
Ooh.
See,
Ooh.
see,
You got to understand the
see,
individual.
there's that purple veil. There's that purple veil. Come for yourself. Come for yourself. Come for yourself. Come for yourself. Right there. That right there.
Todd, you just focus on the liquor and your drunk
That
turn.
right there.
Let me come
That
to-
right
Let
there.
me come to Marcia.
He
Marcia.
turned the camera off, Sia. Sia, he turned the camera off. You see it? You see it? He turned the camera off. That's what I'm talking about. That right there. Like Jada Pinkett Smith said, that right there. That right
Oh
there.
my God.
It's
Now,
certain individuals
Todd,
that will
Marcia,
leave
come
stuff.
on. What you got, Marcia? What's your number one go-to? What's your go-to dessert you gotta have?
My father's banana pudding. Since
pudding.
I think, like, seriously, he's been making this every year since as far back as I can remember. It's so good. It's so good.
So the big question for banana pudding, y'all, is what cookies do you use
Oh,
in the banana
That
pudding?
ain't no question. If it ain't a Nilla wafer, it's not right.
You don't use Chessman's.
What?
now, Chessman's is good. Chessman's is
You don't
good.
use Chessman's cookies. Wait,
Now,
hold on now. Wait.
Wait. I'm gonna be split now because Chessman's is good, but
You
I
always
gotta go
split.
with the vanilla wafers. I gotta go
You
with that.
always
It's gotta
split.
sit about 2 days. I need the vanilla wafers
But-
in there to sit.
But not
Somebody
only
need to
can
put this
it,
in the chat. Somebody
it
need to
can't
put
be
this
no
in the chat.
Chessman's. It can't be no vanilla wafers. If it ain't Nilla wafers, don't bring
Nilla.
that to my house.
Okay, can I tell y'all
Don't bring
something?
that to
Y'all don't
Oh,
judge me.
yeah.
Can I
My
say
God,
something? Y'all
it-
don't judge me. I don't like banana pudding. You don't judge me. Can I tell you
Somebody
why?
cut
I was
his
with
camera
you
off right
this
no,
whole
don't-
time.
no.
I was with
Where
you.
is-
No,
And
but
then you
hold
gonna
on,
do
y'all.
this? You
But hold
gonna
on,
do
Sia.
this?
Sia, no,
What
Sia, let
in
me
the
finish
world?
it. Sia, when I said, then you're gonna understand. You're gonna understand because you already said something that already lets me know you're gonna understand it.
Okay.
I am a texture eater.
Oh yeah.
And because I'm a texture eater, the banana, when
It
it
can't
gets
be mushy.
soft,
Uh-huh.
it just, I can't
get
do
that.
it.
That's the
So
best
I-
part. That's the best
I'm
part.
just-
But if
I'm
it
just
makes you
saying.
nauseous, you can't
Yeah,
do it.
I can't do it. I just can't. It's not because I don't like the flavor. I love the flavor of banana. I love it. And even if you have a banana, some people make banana puddings without banana because they use the flavor of it. And I love that.
That's right. Mhm.
But I just I'm a texture eater.
Mhm.
So because I'm a texture eater, I can't really do it. I'll try and
That
I'll try to
makes sense.
pick the bananas out. I'll try that, but I can't do it. I'm sorry. Don't
This
judge me.
man said on
Don't
the air
judge.
today,
I'm sorry.
he can't eat banana pudding. You are an anathema. You are an anathema. You understand? What is wrong with you, man?
Oh,
I
he just
can't.
told you.
I just
Oh,
told
my
you.
All right,
Aw.
so look, for me, y'all ain't say this. How could you not mention a good, heavy pound cake? You
Oh, no.
gotta
Yeah.
You said I gotta have. I don't have to have it, but
Yeah.
my godmother makes a lemon pound cake,
Jeez.
but she doesn't come every year. So if she doesn't come, it's not going to be on the table.
Yeah.
Pound cake,
Got a
a
pound.
chocolate cake, yellow chocolate cake, right?
Yellow.
From that same bakery that you described, Pastor Law. Lord,
You knew which bakery I was talking about, didn't you?
Oh, absolutely.
I do.
Okay,
Absolutely.
all right.
You
All
gotta
right.
have a
all
yellow
right.
chocolate cake from that same place. You gotta have a pound cake that's heavy that grandma made. She put about a whole dozen eggs in it. You understand? You gotta have that chocolate cake, banana pudding, and look. By the way, somebody need to put in the chat what kind of cookies should you put in your banana pudding? Because we about to go off air and still have that conversation.
Listen,
We gotta finish that.
if it ain't the
And-
yellow box.
And
Yellow box.
and for my wife, I'm gonna put my wife in here because my wife loves bread pudding too. She
Oh
loves
yes, Lord.
So
I'm gonna tell her I'm gonna put a piece to the side for her. But you know what? Since it got alcohol in it, I don't know if you two saved that you may not be able to eat it, Kevin. But Trees, she rolled with me because she loved her some Pastor Law. So I'm gonna hook you up, Trees, because you roll with me like that. That brother over there, I ain't gonna send nothing for him. None. I
Well, look,
never-
I ain't the one that said you got drunk turkeys up in there for Thanksgiving. You see
I'm
it.
just saying.
I ain't seen
I'm
it.
just saying. I'm just saying.
He
I'm
did
just
say
saying.
drunk.
Then you gonna talk about the alcohol dissolve.
It does dissolve. It does. Any cook will tell you the alcohol dissolves. Once it reduces, it dissolves. It dissolves.
So y'all know how
Alright,
we
so
be
look.
having like part 1, part 2. Part 2 is gonna have to be a nutritionist coming up here to fix all of this.
Look, we got 1 minute left. I need y'all to say right now the number one dessert that you gotta have above all of them. Each of you get one at the table. Can't have none other. What's your number one? Pass the law, real quick.
Sweet potato pie.
Sweet potato pie. Marcia,
Banana pudding.
banana pudding. Bishop,
Banana pudding.
banana pudding. I gotta go with that heavy pound cake. I just got to have that pound cake. That thing, it you know how it's so heavy that the plastic plate kind of cave in. That's what I'm talking about. You gotta have one of them slices, right?
Oh my
Listen,
God.
y'all, we out of time. We got to run. This has been great, y'all. We wish y'all to have a great, happy, and safe Thanksgiving. It's still COVID, y'all. So if y'all gonna have a family gathering, make sure you still practicing some form of social, wear your mask, do something, because we don't need this virus to spread and come back and do another situation. So on behalf of all of us here, we love y'all. Have a great and happy Thanksgiving. Until next time, be blessed to be a blessing to someone else. This is Smooth 88.1 WHOV, iHeartRadio, and right here, y'all, Facebook Live.